What is going on, YouTube? My name is Billy. If you're new here, definitely be sure to like this video and also be sure to subscribe to the channel, because when you guys do those things, just know we get sent to a different stratosphere, and over here on this channel we're trying to go to another stratosphere. Definitely algorithm kicks, sends us off, you know the deal. Guys, The Rock may have messed up. There's some things I want to talk about. Obviously, this is all conversation that has been going on for some time now, and we're just going to extend the conversation even further because there is so much to really break down, and I see a lot of your guys' comments, and I really want to dive in on said comments and talk to you guys and explain what is really going on and why The Rock may have messed up. So without further ado, I can babble on all day, I could do this, I could do that, but at the end of the day, we're here to talk and we're here to discuss pro wrestling. So let's hop into the video.
Let's talk wrestling with Billy!
Yo, what is going on, guys? I'm not going to give you that little bullshit spiel that I gave you in the front, but I will tell you guys this. The Rock messed up. He did. The Rock messed up. The Rock is the reason why everything seems to be bad right now, and I'm going to be honest with you. That's my personal opinion, and that's what I think has happened. The Rock is the reason why WrestleMania seems to be in shambles for some reason or the other. It all seems wrong right now. See, because in the beginning, when all of this started, we got out of last year's WrestleMania. Roman won, which, looking now, again, we've talked about it before, was the wrong decision, because I think looking now, we have The Rock and Roman and Cody, and it's just this big old mishap that we could have just prevented by giving Cody the title last year and just continuing forward. Could have had Rock and Roman this year, had Randy and Cody. You know, there's just numerous things that you could have done a tad bit different if you just would have given Cody the title last year. And I think you would have saved a lot of fans, Rock fans, for a lot what's the word that I'm looking for? You could have saved them from a lot of their own heartbreak, if that makes any sense, because the Rock fans don't want to see Cody, and now that they know that they're getting Cody, they're more upset than ever. So The Rock kind of hurt his own fans' feelings by being here in the first place right now. Does that make sense? Because if The Rock never returns, then the fans never go crazy about The Rock. They dream about it, but they also understand that Cody's here. But now that The Rock's back, they now have to think about that. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, and I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with The Rock in general. I've said it numerous times, and I'll say it again, and again. I am a fan of The Rock. I just don't think that The Rock makes a lot of sense. I think that now we are at a point where it has to be Cody now. And I mean, you can tell me up and down all day, left, right, backwards, sideways, doesn't matter, that, oh, well, this makes sense, none of it does. The only thing that really makes sense here is Cody Rhodes winning that title at WrestleMania 40. Now, again, as I've said before, you can have said Rock do whatever you want to get him and Roman next year, but at the end of the day, this year's WrestleMania is made for Cody and Roman. I've seen a lot of people be upset with the idea of Cody and Roman. Again, some people aren't very happy with it. Some people feel like it is just not for them, which to that I say, okay, there's nothing wrong with that. It's okay if it's not for you. Wrestling is selective, and not everything is going to fit everybody's need, right? So some people feel that Cody is being pushed down our throats. I would disagree because, again, of what I'm being told on TV. And on TV, I'm being told that Cody is the guy. There is no other guy that can stop Roman other than Cody, right? I've seen arguments of Seth Rollins being involved in this, and I'll say this. Cody beat Seth Rollins 3 times. Seth Rollins is the world heavyweight champion. So if Cody beats Seth 3 times, wouldn't that make Cody just a tad bit better than Seth? I would 100% say so. There's so many different avenues and realms and routes you can take to get to this WrestleMania match and how you can have it play out in the end, but at the end of the day, there's only one outcome that makes sense, and it's Cody standing tall with that belt. That is the only thing that logically makes sense at the end of WrestleMania 40. I'm super excited because I do believe that will 100% be the outcome that we get. Now, again, I've talked about it before, some shenanigans. I seen a comment on my last video talking about Cody with a clean finish makes Roman and Rock better next year. To that, I say maybe. Maybe under the circumstance that the clean finish Roman still looks good, because that's what needs to happen. Roman, if he's going to take a clean loss, needs to have a very, very good showing, because I think we can all agree that Roman Reigns matches aren't Kenny Omega matches. They're not Will Ospreay matches. They're not the 5-star matches, but it logically needs to make sense, and the match needs to be somewhat important. You need to tell the story very good, number one, inside of the wrestling ring, and on top of that, you need to put on good wrestling, right? Because then we could say, oh, well, Roman was booked very strong here, and regardless of the shenanigans that we always see in Roman Reigns' matches, he looked like a star. So going back to The Rock and how he may have messed it up, just looking at the landscape of WWE and how many names that there are that could have moved forward in the card without The Rock being there. I mean, there's just so many things that I think The Rock selfishly did without actually knowing he selfishly did it. Like Elimination Chamber, for instance. I do believe that, I know it hasn't been announced yet, so don't come at me just yet. But I do believe that at some point, the main event of the Elimination Chamber will be The Rock and Roman Reigns taking on Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes. And again, that's a main event that you don't need to happen. You know, that main event could have been for somebody of more relevance in today's, let me make this clear, today's wrestling. The Rock is relevant 100%. I'm not saying he's irrelevant. No, The Rock is very, very relevant. He's here and he's doing what he's doing, so obviously he's 100% relevant. But there's other stars that are needing to be built. In the Elimination Chamber, putting them on in front of 50,000 people in the main event, somebody like a Gunther or a Jey Uso or a Sami Zayn, those guys could have absolutely used that, and they could have used it to their advantage. So I don't know what the WWE has planned, but I know they're going to be doing some exciting things. But I just feel like The Rock may have messed up in ways that we're going to have to see unfold later on. Thinking about the bloodline, thinking about Roman, thinking about Cody, thinking about Seth. I think it's all going to be a trickle-down effect. I think as time goes on, it's all going to be a trickle-down effect. Now, the shitty part is that CM Punk got hurt, so we did insert Seth Rollins into this. So CM Punk being hurt kind of, I feel like played a big toll on what we're seeing on TV right now. I know that some will argue and say, no, I don't think that was the case, but I genuinely 1,550% believe that the case of CM Punk getting hurt is the reason why The Rock is on my television right now in such a prominent role that he is. So, I mean, there's numerous things going on. The Rock is doing the best he can to tell this story. And I'll say that he's trying very hard, and he's doing everything in his power to get this story over with the bloodline. I just don't think that it's resonating the way that I would like it to resonate with me, if that makes any sense. The story's not hitting the way that I want it to hit. It's only satisfying because it's The Rock. You see what I'm saying? This story being told by anybody else, people would have lost their mind because it didn't make sense. The only reason why people aren't tripping on this story is because it's The Rock. And it's The Rock and Roman Reigns, which for some people, including myself, was a dream match for a very, very long time. And now they're thinking that they might be able to get it. And then, here we are. Again, it's just like if any other name told this story this way, people would have lost their mind, because that one night on SmackDown just still does not make sense, and people still would have tripped. And I think that needs to be called out. I'm just being honest. So yeah, I do believe in some sense The Rock messed some things up. I do. I do think The Rock being here hurt WrestleMania more than it's helped. just because there's so many lingering questions. I'm happy, personally, I'm happy that The Rock's back, but I think those questions need to be talked about and they need to be answered. And I think we need to go back to that one SmackDown and really think like, oh, there really is no answer to this, and why hasn't it been answered? As a podcaster, I'm just here to tell you my initial thoughts and hopefully create something in your guys' head to just think. That's it. But guys, that's all I got for you guys today. I do appreciate your guys' time. I appreciate your guys' love. I appreciate the support, all the comments, everything. You guys mean so much to me. It's absolutely outstanding. You guys actually have no idea how much you actually helped me get through this life thing. Guys, I'm opening up the comments section. Go ahead, do your thing. Leave your comments down below. Let's talk about what is going on because it's serious. So definitely be sure to give me your guys' thoughts. Do you guys think The Rock messed up? Do you think he didn't? Let me know down in the comments section below. Also, I have a Discord that you guys can join. It's free. Nothing along those lines. You guys can come join. We can hang out. We can kick it. I'm in the chat sometimes. I'll drop stuff, other stuff that I'm doing for you guys to go check out. But other than that, that's really all I got for today. So I'll be talking to you guys later. Peace.